Hi, my name is Robert Starr. I've got two businesses here. We have Seico Mortgages, and we're a mortgage brokerage, and we have the Starr Trust, which is a children's charity based in the BN postcode. I've known Henry now for about 8 years, and he's represented us throughout that time. HH Design set up our first website originally. When I first employed HH Design, it was to do a simple ad. They were recommended to us to do an online ad. But straight away I knew I could work with Henry, so it became much more than that, and he became a massive part of our business. So he set up our Seico Mortgages website. We had at the time, those years ago, an insurance business which he set up a whole online service for us. Plus, when we launched the Starr Trust charity, Henry was fundamental in putting the website together, and I would like to say did it for nothing, bless his heart. So the work Henry's done for us, if I just looked at two, which is our mortgage website and our charity website, he's done various other things for us. The mortgage website is a lot of information on there that changes literally minute by minute, and what he's delivered us is something which we could then ultimately, which we have done, pass on to other people. So we now white label for other companies who want a mortgage department but don't have the expertise to set that up. And because of the way Henry's designed ours, we can now very quickly and easily white label that to others. So in building us our website for that business, not only has he given me what I wanted for so people can look into us from the outside, he's actually created another income stream for us, which I hadn't considered at the time. In terms of the charity, how do you stand out with 1,000 other charities out there? You know, what makes people want to come back and look at the Starr Trust as against any other charity? And that has to be how we promote ourselves, the transparency of it, the honesty of it, and the simplicity of it. And he's worked incredibly hard. He's made it look incredibly easy, but he's worked incredibly hard to make it look easy. And since we started the charity with Henry, and all the work he's done on it, it's just grown and grown and grown. So I have to contribute a lot of the good stuff the charity does down to him because of that. The reason I chose Henry was quite simply because of Henry. I mean, he's just one of these people you can just get on with, and he gets it. Comparing Henry to other web designers, up until recently, I wouldn't even have considered talking to anyone else. But I was in a position where we had to speak to another company, another web designer, because they made a big donation to our charity, and one kind of feels obliged to sometimes support people who support you, and it felt like the right thing to do. So I asked them to look at a small project for us. I think my problem was I was used to dealing with Henry, because I had to keep explaining myself again and again to them, and they just never got it. And it became the most frustrating process. Ultimately, I thanked them for everything they did for the trust, and then went back to Henry and said, could you do this? And I think my conversation with him lasted no more than 10 minutes. And within a week, the project was completed by him and done. The experience of working with him is just so easy, and I think that we spend so much time having to do our own jobs. I don't want to be doing his job as well. I need him to do his job the way he does it. And when I've had to test that by speaking to somebody else, he just proves to me his value. When I deal with Henry, I deal with my friend. I mean, I think that's probably the long and short of it. And he became a friend through business. And I think within 5 minutes of working with him, he became a friend. Apart from the fact that he just gets it, and he gets it every time. When I ask him to do something, I only explain it once. It's just a pleasure to deal with him, and we can negotiate, we can talk, we can laugh, but he gets it, it gets done, and he's just a pleasure to deal with. And I don't have that with all our suppliers. In fact, I'm not sure I have that with any of my other suppliers but him. I would recommend him to anyone simply because of that. And it's not easy to recommend people, but I hold hand on heart would.